Hey, I'm Steve from 110 West Overland. This is our 2019 RAV4 Adventure. Use this car to transport our two kids, go exploring and overlanding. And that's the part we really enjoy doing. We've upgraded several components of this car. The part we really need to upgrade, but we can only repair it at this point, is the rear liftgate hinges. So in this video, we're going to go through the process of replacing the rear liftgate hinges on this 5th gen RAV4. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. So, through the magic of television, here we are back in the garage, wearing appropriate clothing for working on the car. So, if you look here, that's where the hinge has been bending and the gasket material around it has been tearing. Kind of looks like a broken weld, but it's just a soft gasket type material. So this failure is causing the hinge to pull away from the car, resulting in the liftgate not lining up with the body of the car when it closes. Big gap, and it's rubbing and clunking and probably wearing out parts that don't need to wear out as quickly as they are. Alright, these should be all the tools that you need to get this job done. Ratchet with a 12mm socket, trim removal tool, and a couple straps or ratchet straps, something along those lines, to hold up the liftgate. So here we have the new replacement hinges. There is the part number of the hinge, and I had to paint them myself. I got the paint from touchupdirect.com. They matched the lunar rock color real well. So let's get these installed. So this is how I am going to support the liftgate while I'm changing the hinges, so that we don't have to take off the entire liftgate and disconnect all the wires and all that kind of stuff. So ratchet straps starting there, up and over, hook to the roof basket. Got one of those on each side going from the handle to the roof basket. You can do this however you wish, whatever works for you in your situation. The last thing you're going to need is a calibrated piece of scrap wood to support the liftgate down here. Alright, first part you got to remove are these little trim pieces that are holding the roof liner to the car. Just get your trim removal tool. It should come out just like that. And I managed to remove all three without breaking any. Yeehaw! So you can see here all this grime and dirt and stuff that is on these bolts holding the hinge up. That's probably because we don't have a good seal between the liftgate and the body of the car. So I'm gonna have to clean those off a little bit. I'll go ahead and break them loose. 12mm socket. Just gonna loosen them up for now. There we go. Okay. So now, to make it easier to get to the bottom part of the hinge, I'm going to peel the weather stripping away just enough so that I can get down in here to these two 12mm nuts. Right there. Again, I'm just going to loosen them up for now, and we'll take them all the way off here in a little bit. Okay. So everything should be loose. Now let's see if my ratchet straps hold. Don't want this thing crashing down on my head while I'm working on it. And that's why we're doing one hinge at a time. Okay, save those bolts. You're going to have to reuse them when you install the new hinge. Probably helped if I had the socket on the ratchet. Now, let's go ahead and remove these nuts down here. Again, don't drop that and lose it into the abyss. You're going to have to reuse that later. Alright. Now let's see how we get this thing out of here. Just wiggle it enough. Come on loose. There we go. Right there. That's what's bending. Alright, let's put the new one in. This little rubbery gasket stuff, there's some residue that's left behind. Maybe it's just my OCD acting up, but I'm going to go ahead and scrape that away so we've got a nice clean mating surface for the new hinge. Using my plastic scraper so I don't scratch the paint. It's not quite perfect, but I think it should be good enough. I'm also going to clean the dirt and grime and stuff from the top surface here also. This liftgate is fairly heavy, so be very careful when you're putting your fingers between the liftgate and the car. Let's get this new hinge in here. So I think I'm going to start with getting that there. And we'll get these bolts started. Just finger tight for now. hold them in place. Okay. Now we'll get the nuts started on the bottom side. Again, just finger tight for now. Okay. Go ahead and start tightening these ones down until they're kind of flush. Going back and forth. No need to rush. Like I tell the kids, when you start rushing is when you start making mistakes. Okay, those are snug. Now, let's do the same thing down here. As a quick side note, I think Touch Up Direct did a pretty good job matching that paint color. There's probably a torque spec that you're supposed to be tightening these to. Don't ask me what it is. And Steve's measurements, it's about tight. Double check the nuts down here. Make sure they're good. Nice and tight so nothing falls off while you're going down the road. Alright. One hinge down, one to go. Alright folks, moment of truth. whole lot better right now. Lined up much better right here. This gap seems smaller than it was. It seems like it fits a whole lot better. And there wasn't any clunk when it closed. Well, there you have it, folks. 2 brand new hinges on this 5th gen RAV Liftgate. Wasn't too terrible of a job. You just have to go slow and steady. Make sure you do things safely and don't drop any lift gates on your head. Now it functions real smooth, the way it oughta. If you guys found this helpful at all, let us know. Do the whole like, subscribe thing, you know the deal. All right, later.